President Oral Roberts came to Ghana with Archbishop Idahosa, my spiritual father, and did a crusade. And Oral Roberts put in his newsletters that my church was one of Idahosa's churches. And it wasn't, but he was my spiritual father. And I was arrogant and young. So I wrote to Oral Roberts, you have to apologize to me because my church is not under Benson Idahosa. So Oral Roberts sent a letter to Benson Idahosa. So Idahosa sent for me, and I said, I'm not coming. And he wrote me a letter and said, you are not coming, you are on your own. I take my hands off you. That was when all my crises began. And all hell broke loose, and I prayed every prayer and it wouldn't work. And I was told where he was. So I went to London and I met him. And I fell on my face. I held his foot. I said, mercy, mercy. And this was the prayer he prayed. He said, Satan, this is between me and my son. Stay out of it. And it was after that prayer, the whole thing lifted. And the Secret Service told me that they have been given instructions several times before to pick me up. And anytime they tried, something went wrong. Until that year. And I remember it was when I had a conflict with Idahosa. Let me tell you people, if anybody decides to leave this church, make sure that the church you go to, the pastor is more anointed than your bishop. I'm telling you. Few things you must not do. Don't live without his blessings. Don't live with his anger. Number 3, don't go to anybody he disapproves of. And number 4, don't go to anybody that is less anointed than him. I'm telling you, it won't be well with you. I know what I'm telling you. I've been in church for many years. You see, when Reuben sinned against Jacob, and Jacob cursed Reuben and disinherited him, when Moses was blessing all the children of Jacob, he blessed everybody. When he came to Reuben, he could not bless Reuben. He took his hands off. And listen to what he said. He said, oh Lord, let not Reuben die, and let not his men be few. That was all he could do. Why? Because Moses was a son of Jacob. So he didn't have spiritual authority to override the father's curse on Reuben. He couldn't. He couldn't touch it. He backed off. Because when he met God at the burning bush, and he said to the Lord, who are you? He said, I am the God of your fathers. I am the God of Abraham. I'm the God of Isaac. And I'm the God of Jacob. So Moses, even though he was gifted, he was of a spiritual, he was a lesser spiritual ranking officer when he came to Jacob. So he couldn't override Jacob's curse over Reuben. The church is missing it. We follow people who are gifted. We follow sons instead of fathers. Sons don't give you the coat of many colors. It's fathers who give the coat of many colors. Sons don't cover, it's fathers who cover. Sons don't bless, it's fathers who bless. So if you want a blessing, stay with a father. Don't follow a son. And especially sons who betray their fathers, you must never follow them, because their lifespan will not last. Any son who breaks away from his father is a Luciferian. It's Lucifer's son. You are a Luciferian and you are an Absalom. You will hang yourself. It's just a matter of time. I have seen a lot of sons who broke away from my churches and they died prematurely. Some of them, they became big overnight and people left and went, and I just kept quiet. And it was just a matter of time, and they withered and they scattered, and others broke away from them, and those who left came back, and I kept quiet. And I tell you why. You don't curse what God has blessed.